You see how the moon is rusting?
I've heard about it.
You see how the moon is rusting?
I've heard about it.
So there's this kid that took the most high quality picture of the moon ever taken. Over like 2,000 images that he combined. And you can clearly see that the moon is rusting. And then I saw this on NASA. Research indicates the presence of hematite, a form of rust that normally requires oxygen and water. This has scientists puzzled. Hematite is a name that is derived from the Greek word meaning blood.
All right. That's weird.
It's throughout scripture, the moon turning to blood, and like, what does that mean? So like the Bible, it was ultimately translated into Greek at one point, right? And the Greek word for blood is hematite, the same word that they use for this rust.
Yeah.
And so it's like, the moon has hematite on it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
How can it be rusting? Scientists have discovered the presence of hematite on the moon, and it's a kind of rust. A special NASA research instrument examined the light reflected off the moon's surface. It turned out that the composition of the satellite's poles was very different from the rest of it. The moon's surface is dotted with iron-rich rocks, but without oxygen and liquid water, rust can't appear. Solar winds add to the mystery. They bombard the moon with hydrogen, and hydrogen makes it much more difficult for hematite to form. There's no air on the moon. But then, how can it be rusting?
So the moon is turning red. Look it up, guys, if you don't believe me.
But then, how can it be rusting?
So the moon is turning red. Look it up, guys, if you don't believe me. Science says the moon is rusting, but practically it's turning red. The rust is turning red. Who else says that the moon will be turning red? Guess the Bible. Revelation 6:12. I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great seal. And behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as a sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood.
Why is the moon rusting? Why is the sun turning dark? The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord. Signs point to Armageddon, which means the rapture will happen soon and the tribulation will begin. We have only noticed the moon rusting since 2008 AD. Joel.
Did you know that just recently this year, scientists have discovered that the moon is rusting? Now, the Bible already foretold this. It says in Revelation 6:12, when he opened the sixth seal, I looked and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth, and the full moon became like blood. It also says it in Joel 2:31, the sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the great day the Lord comes, the great and magnificent day. It also says it in Acts 20. Scientists have confirmed that hematite is the reason that it is rusting. It is the reason that it is turning red. Now listen to me. The original meaning of hematite is from the Greek word haima, meaning blood. Guys, this is not the time to think that the Bible is a fairy tale. People can tell you it's false all you want, but it is always context. It is always a misunderstanding. Listen to the people who truly know the word. Don't listen to people who are uneducated. This is not the time.